So I'm Nicole Rich. I lead a product marketing team at SPS Commerce in Minneapolis. What made me take the step to hire a coach? I wanted an external opinion. I needed to get all of the things that were inside my head, outside my head, and I needed somebody to help me organize them. And I also needed someone that I could bounce questions off of. I had a lot of questions, and it was really interesting because when we worked together, in the last 6 months, where I didn't think I had vision, she helped me see that I actually did have vision and I really did have a point of view. And so it was that external voice and that external kind of guiding me through the thinking and getting it more organized that I was really looking for. I would say it's a couple of things. One is that I did really have a vision of where I wanted to go with my team and what my leadership style was. Um, I really did kind of come into it feeling like I have no idea what I think. And with a few questions, she was able to go, actually, no, you do have a good idea about it. I think that was a big thing. I think the other thing was the importance of joy in my life. I think that was the other thing, and sort of empowering myself to bring that into my life. And we identified, it was interesting, we identified kind of like what gets in the way of that is my upbringing was very much, you have to do all of your jobs, get all of your jobs done first, and then you can go do something fun. And by the time you're done with all of your jobs and your whole to-do list, there isn't any time to do anything joyful, or you're so tired, it doesn't matter. And so that was a real breakthrough for me of really identifying that that was a challenge and what was getting in the way of it. And then now I've got Post-its that we've worked on that sit around my computer screen that guide me every day. What would 97-year-old Nicole want to do? What would she want me? What decision would she want me to make? Versus what decision does maybe previous me think I was supposed to make? I maybe thought we were going to, I was going to come in, we were going to get really focused, and it was just going to be like, and here are the 5 steps, and here's your plan on a page, and good. Here's what you got to do to go do that. And what I think I realized is that there's so much more to it. And it's not just as simple as, find the approach, create the plan, go. And kind of walking through that process and having her kind of open my eyes to all of the things I was already doing, gave me some tools to use in a lot of different scenarios. I was able to bring very specific use cases to her as we were going through the process of, like, how does this fit? And what do I do in this situation? And so I think it ended up to be a lot of, yes, we did come up with the, what is my strategy? What is my style? How do I approach it? But then I got, kind of a lot of coaching tips from her in terms of, like, here's how you could approach different situations, or here's a way to think about this certain scenario that maybe I didn't think about before. The joy piece of it, I just didn't expect maybe all of those things. So it was just so much more holistic than I expected. I'm excited to keep practicing the things that she's given me. It does require practice. It requires being very thoughtful about it. It's not just, well, I talked to Andrea for 6 months, so I'm done. Now there's the work of implementing it, keeping track of it, seeing where I'm succeeding, where I'm not, being honest about where I'm not. I'm excited about doing that work, and also keeping track of it and taking everything that she's given me and applying it going forward, and seeing how that sort of continues to evolve my leadership style. I know what it is, but she's given me so many tools to use now that I just didn't have in my tool belt before, that I'm looking forward to having that. I think I will continue to be learning, and it will require me to be very intentional, proactive about doing these things, about taking these steps, documenting what I'm doing, reminding myself why I'm doing it. I did, while I was with Andrea working through all of this, I actually created a PowerPoint about, kind of my style, what I was working on, the things I needed to keep in mind, where I maybe struggled a little bit and needed to work, so that I had something to go back to kind of keep grounding myself in, okay, wait, what did we talk about? What did we decide? How did we talk about that? Because it's really easy to kind of lose some of that the further away you get from it. One is, it showed me where I'm strong, and it shows me where I'm not as strong, and has also given me, I think, the freedom to say, I don't have to be strong at everything. That's the point of having a team. That's the point of empowering a team, is that you find people who have the strengths that you don't, because together you're stronger. And so I think just identifying what those strengths are. And I think the other thing is, it's given me a little bit of freedom in getting and giving feedback too. That feedback doesn't mean you're doing something wrong necessarily. It means you have an opportunity to maybe think about a different way to do something. And I have maybe in my lifetime been a little bit more like, oh, every piece of feedback is critical, it's criticism, and it means I'm doing something wrong. And so I think just working through some of those areas of growth, those areas of opportunity, have it's just given me a different perspective about me and my leadership, and what that really means. And that it's not, I have to be perfect and excellent at everything. I think I would ask them a couple of things. One, do you think you're worth investing in? And two, do you think this is something that you can do all by yourself? Or do you think that you need someone to support you in your journey? If you need somebody to talk to, do you need somebody to answer questions for you? Do you need somebody to bounce ideas off of? Because if you answer yes to all of those things, and you answer yes to, I'm worth the investment, then it's worth hiring a coach. It's just, there's so much value in it. There's so much value in it. It gets you outside of your own head, where you think, where you don't even sometimes realize that the way you're thinking about something is maybe I want to say not right, but maybe there's another way to think about it. Or maybe you're just kind of missing some of the angles of that thought, that you need somebody else to shine the light on, because it's just not, you're only seeing it in one dimension, and they provide kind of that 3-dimensional view. I think it's just, there's so much value in it, because it just, like I said at the beginning, I thought I was coming in to map out the plan and figure out the roadmap and go do. And I came out of it realizing there's a lot more to it. And I came out feeling so much more fulfilled even than I anticipated.